Released last December to a surprisingly good box office run, Up in the Air is the Academy Award nominated film starring George Clooney as Ryan Bingham, a guy who travels around the country basically firing people as his full-time job. Joining him for some of the adventures is Natalie Keener, played adorably by Anna Kendrick, and Alex, played by Vera Farmiga, who quickly become his sex traveling buddy. The setting of this movie is about travel and about firing people in a bad economy, and although it's an original occupation for a leading man, especially for Clooney, it's not a very interesting or exciting one, let alone funny. I will say that the material is upsettingly true to life at times, even gratuitously dramatic, as you watch these nice people get fired from 30-year-old jobs. It's supposed to be a comedy film, or at least I thought. The real focus though is on Ryan and Alex's relationship, one that exists only when they're traveling. Meanwhile, Natalie exhibits some foolishly innocent behavior despite seeming mostly competent and in her mid-20s. Kendrick, however, does an absolutely astounding job of bringing this character to life, and quickly becomes a scene stealer in almost every scene she's in. Frankly, all of the actors were absolutely fantastic in this film, really delivering a wide array of specific emotional responses onto the viewer. I happened to see Up in the Air before the Oscar nominations were announced, and frankly, George Clooney's Best Actor nod came of no surprise. This is easily one of his best and most delicate performances that he's turned in years. And despite her, let's say, advanced age, Farmiga is beautiful and absolutely convincing in the role of the sexy mistress type that she plays in the film. While the romantic plotline of this film is the glue that holds the movie together, it relies far too heavily on a third-act twist that frankly I saw coming from the first minutes of the film. The movie is no worse for this bout of unoriginal predictability, but as a result, it isn't anything special either. Very well written and even better acted and directed, Up in the Air is a refreshing and realistic movie that sparks some very insightful, introspective thought with the viewer, as we experience the world through the traveling eyes of workaholic Ryan. Sadly though, when the credits roll, the only lesson learned here is that friendships and time are valuable. A worthy lesson, sure, but it wasn't anything special. It's well made, but I'm afraid I didn't find anything truly remarkable about this film besides the writing and the acting, and unfortunately that doesn't always translate into a great film. Well, that's what I thought about the movie Up in the Air. Now let's see what you guys had to say about it in the YouTube comments. Super and Fiend wrote, I really enjoyed this movie. I like the idea of it and I like the main characters. This is one of the better movies I've watched this year. I give it an 8 out of 10. Sweet Kiss 00x3 wrote, wonderful movie as you saw Clooney's character go through his own struggle while helping out co-star Anna Kendrick with hers. Wonderful breakout performance by Kendrick, 8 out of 10. Alright, now let's take Up in the Air and see how it does in the Rate-O-Matic. A cool and a great. And as I mentioned, this is a very well made movie, but I would hesitate to call it a great, and as such I scored it just below there with a 7. Scoring this movie slightly higher and more so than I would have predicted, you guys praised the acting and writing as well, scoring it an 8.